Hello, friends. This is part two. Actually, it's part one because one had some audio problems. No one could hear me. So hopefully it's all been fixed. Knock on wood. So our topic today is not so much about prepping, but about some minor uh, problems which may occur in um, a breakdown of society if you couldn't get to a clinic, physician, whatever. And it's about the humble pumpkin seed. Of course, we have plenty of those around right now. I love baked pumpkin seeds with either olive oil, butter, a little salt, a little garlic powder, and just munch on those. Crunch, 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 crunch. But these were also used in many cultures to help expel worms, intestinal worms. Now, in my culture, it was always used with garlic. You know, that'll chase out almost anything bad inside of you. And almost any type of um, melon seed will work. Either raw, should be dried. Okay, should be dried, and then just eaten by the spoonful. Chew them. Okay, have a little water, and after a week or so, the worms will start to be expelled out of you. Um, now, uh, nowadays, you really don't need that. But when I was a kid, all right, uh, why go to a doctor when the home cures worked almost as well? What was also used was cayenne, dried cayenne peppers. Got to be tough. What else? Sometimes straight garlic, sometimes garlic with honey. Okay, got to chew it. There was a TV program. It might still be on. It's called Monsters Inside of Me. And if you want some nightmares, you watch that show just before you go to bed. And I'll tell you, the things that you won't eat again, the places you won't go again. Oh, but there was a story about one lady who found out she had parasites in her gut. She had no idea how it happened. Poor thing. And she, the treatments, the drugs that she would have had to have used would have caused a severe allergic reaction. So she went the natural way. Now it took her about a year and a half, but she was able to expel them all. Okay, using seeds, of course, spices. I'm trying to recall exactly which ones. I know that she used whole black peppers also, and she might have used whole allspice, but I'm not. I'm not sure. So pumpkin seeds, the humble seed, is also a cure. It's a treatment. So don't look down on it. It's not just for after Halloween treats anymore. Number two is the squash blossoms. For those of you who are gardeners and who tempt fate by growing squashes, zucchinis, so of course those that crawl out of the garden into your neighbor's yard and they eat the dog. You know that you'll get a lot of blossoms. When I was growing a lot of squash, my mom was still with us, and she said, Chucky, save the blossoms. Okay, cut them off. Okay, Mom, I did. Cut out some scissors, cut them up. And she asked me if I had any chicken bouillon. I said, yeah, Mom, that's a staple in this house, you know that. And Mom made some soup, chopped up some green onions in it. And when the soup was simmering, then she added the blossoms in. In this case, the blossoms got very soft, almost like spinach would. So she made this, and I had some of them. Well, Mom, I remember that taste. And she said, when you were a little boy, you had the kidney problems. Oh, I was really, really little. That was before first grade. And she said, yeah, you couldn't eat very much, but I made you the soup a lot. Oh. And I realized that very simple soup allowed me to retain some calories. I'm not really sure what the blossoms have in them because they were soothing, they soothed my gut. Eventually, I started to use this in my cancer protocols for folks who have gone through chemotherapy, for folks who had stomach cancer surgeries and really aren't hungry, but they need to eat. I started using this, and it worked. And if you want to have a little soup before dinner and not spoil your appetite, okay, make a bowl of this. You won't regret it. You'll like the taste, and it'll take any spice you want. Mm. So, last but not least, thoughts about Thanksgiving. Now, don't push back on me. I know what the white man did. I know how Native Americans feel. I'm part of that too. All right. Thanksgiving has nothing to do with what folks did 500 years ago. I don't really care. For the Garcia family, it's for what are we thankful for this year? Man, it's been an awful year. There's been sickness, there's been loss. Friends have died, families have died. And yet, crap, I'm going to start crying. And yet, I am thankful. I have two great girls. I have two wonderful children who are living good lives. They're happy. And I like to think that my mother and I had something to do with them being good people. My wife is healthy. Our house is paid off. I have friends who in my darkest hours, when the abyss is trying to suck me in, they've come and they've pulled me out. I hope all of you have some friends like that. And if you're listening to this, watching it, then you know who you are. You know what you've done. I won't embarrass you. I want to say I'm thankful for you. And although you can't join us this year for the turkey and the cranberry and the ham and whatever we will slap on our table, and the mince pie. Gotta have the mince pie. And the cranberry sauce. Yeah, need that. Need that. As a kid, that was all I waited for. Give me the cranberries. Still like that. I am truly a blessed individual. And I hope to God you are too. So let's hope that this came through, that you can hear me. And next week or soon, we will talk more about prepping. Take care now. Be happy. Be healthy.